Okay, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Carolina Panthers. The children will grow, and it's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. The 40, the 30, 10, touchdown, Carolina. Terry McLaurin, an 80-yard touchdown. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Derrick Henry. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Go to 54 line.
It's Prescott. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Take it at the 37. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position.
Ready? Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Silver. Kill.
He's got a first down and more inside the 30. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Now Haskins to throw it. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Here's Haskins. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Odell Beckham. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses. Without
a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On first down, Rainey, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Mike 51. Come on, D! Check 52. Here we go, 46.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Prescott looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. But, you got to get the...
Now on 2nd and 16, Haskins. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Completes it to Hardman. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives him the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. Touchdown, Carolina! Mecole Hardman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Now Jones. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
That long run for a touchdown is a great example of if you get it back to the 2nd level, anything can result, and it's usually something good.
Lambo to add on the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Panthers 28. Cowboys nothing. Josh Lambo set.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
I'm about to take you to school. We're going to 54. Why in? Check 49. Out. Check 3. Here we go.
On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 36-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run and back.
And he's into the clear. Touchdown, Carolina. Ronald Jones with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Defense, keep it up, guys. Check. Fresno.
Now Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Prescott from the gun on third. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Taken from just outside the 30. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here we go.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, it's Jones. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. He finds Beckham complete. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther 1st down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. On 1st down, it's Haskins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's A.J. Klein, the linebacker.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side with Henry. And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He's got Adams on the hookup, and he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
1st down, Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Wilkins busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check 24.
Here's Prescott. He finds Randall Cobb on the completion. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Here we go. Going to 53. All day. Under 10. Under 10. Come on.
Prescott on 1st down. An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
47. You got nothing. Hey, Mike 51. Mike 51. Know your job. 51's Mike. Pick me up. Here we go.
Final play of the half. Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now, so as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, 'cause nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Prescott. That's complete. It's Gordon. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Here we go. Here we go. All day, baby. All day. All day, baby. Here we go, kill. 26.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Prescott to throw it. Caught by Cobb. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Prescott from the gun. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 26. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
The drive starts with a completion, left side. Pass the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Haskins. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. Lambo on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Panthers 42. Cowboys nothing.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's go, defense.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
Because they have, you're right, they have had no room to breathe. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Open man is Gordon, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down.
1st down, Dallas.
Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
that is
by the time
one
we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
53 is the 53 is the mark.
2nd and 10 now. Haskins going deep downfield for Ross. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Go. Slam. Check 26. Check 26.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It was Breland Speaks getting home to the quarterback that time. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them...
Oh, Prescott stripped. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Here we go, 46. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. It's a party now. It's a party now. 26.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott. It's hauled in by Doxson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On 2nd down, Prescott again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because What you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got 9. That leaves them with second and a yard. On second down, here's Haskins. Complete to Jones. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Haskins now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
Check 53.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Throwing again here on second down, this time complete. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 66 yards.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check 9.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. Haskins going to throw again. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Terry McLaurin with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game, and privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching, and he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. The Panther offense staying put. They'll go for 2. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Lambeau to add on the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep. One day. Safety's creeping. He's coming. Double up. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Watch twist. Watch the
This is Henry. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
check, 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 check. Watch twist. Watch twist.
Now it's Henry. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Check. Check hot route. Hot, hot. Stick.
Henry running right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Check three, check three, check three.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, here's Smith. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now Flacco. And he fires one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you,
down the numbers. There he goes. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Ronald Jones, 69 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
On second down, Rainey. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give him credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all three timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Zadarius Smith gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A.